Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back. Not a lot of news today that I've seen, other than Bailey just won the Davis Matic giveaway. Lutz, little salty. And what's up, Victor? What's up, Peppertoni? Bailey doesn't exist. It's a burner account. That's the rumor. We got So today we're gonna do my third and final Flock 3 contest first. Then we're gonna do whatever. Not a little salty, a lot salty. Yeah, I've also never seen Bailey talk in a single best ball chat ever, but maybe they're just an audio listener. I don't know. I would welcome them to the Who Crew. I know that. Yeah, like that's kind of what I wanted. I was kind of rooting for Pete to win, uh, just because I know that if Pete or Kitchen would have won, it would have been all rigs and the chat would have exploded. It would have been great. Uh, and I was rooting for chaos, to be honest with you. So, Flock 3, uh, yeah, Pete winning would have been awesome content. Like that is absolutely true. That's what I was getting at. Like that, like if it was Pete or if like Sacrilegious who was lurking or whatever won something like that, it would have been good. Like somebody who could have jumped on to like give a congratulatorial speech. That would have been great. So anyway, I'm going to enter the Flock 3 in 10 seconds. It would have been great, like to make like for, and then Davis probably would have been like, "No, Pete, you still have to Venmo me the 25, and then I'll Venmo you the 250." Like that just would have been great to hear that live. Uh, so we are 3 away. What's up, J Lives? Thanks for popping in. We are in the Flock 3 community contest. I drafted what I believe is an awesome eliminator team earlier today. Let me know what you think. If you're in my Discord, you've seen it. So this was the team. Ended up being a 2-5-8-3. Jaden Daniels and Mahomes, very strong. 2 absolute stud RBs, Henry and Jonathan Taylor. And then we waited for a while and got 2 guys starting the first couple weeks and then an upside guy in Bigsby, Sampson, Burchard Smith. Then just a bunch of shots with some high upside players with Worthy, Jamo, Hunter, and then Higgins. And then a bunch of guys to make sure we get through. Josh Downs, Dobbs, Wandell, Ray, assuming that maybe Mooney misses a game or two. And then Kraft, Ertz, and Chig. This is one of my favorite eliminators that I've drafted. So we got the 102. We're going to draft some Bijan Robinson. It doesn't look like anyone else was able to make it in. So I guess everybody was scared or had already done their 3 or don't like the contest. It is a different contest. Not doing that. Like I'm still, so my new rankings, I actually just moved Nico up. Like if it's true that Joe Mixon is done, like if Mixon even misses early games, like I think we have to raise Nico Collins and Jaden Higgins significantly. And that's probably makes even Christian Kirk a better pick, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with all of this Mixon stuff. Like their offensive line wasn't going to be great anyway, most likely. I still liked Mixon where he went just because I believe the offense is going to be good. Like I think Stroud will have a good offense no matter what. But the offensive line was unfavorable. Mixon is old and inefficient, but like that didn't stop him last year. If what apparently everybody that talks to people, if they're right and Mixon is kind of just done, like I don't know how much I buy it. I did tank him in my rankings, but I also was overweight before the the official thing happened. Like we knew he was in a walking boot at one point, but he was out of that boot. So like I didn't expect it to be that big of a deal. I obviously was wrong. Like around the same time, wasn't Dak Prescott in a walking boot? So like, or maybe I've got my timelines mixed up. I don't know. But the moral of the story is I'm moving Nico Collins up above Puka with the Stafford news. I'm moving Nico up above Neighbors. Now, I'll still make sure I get my percentage on all of them. Like, I don't want 15% Nico, but I'm definitely willing to take him up there and maybe even in front of CMC. I'm still a little scared on CMC, not going to lie. It's a bet that when you win a lot. That's not a bad bet to make, but like I'm not going to be overweight either. I took Mixon one time all summer in a $1 mini. Nice. That's good. I taught like so in one of my Bulldogs, I took Mixon on accident at 94 in a slow. And I labeled all of my slows, and it was the day that all of those that everything was being kind of weird. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take Jacobs. I do need, I want to be above 5% Jacobs. I think he's a fine pick. So like it said it was a German Shepherd slow, and like I clicked on it and it didn't update the team, and it highlighted the Bulldog, and whenever I made the pick, the German Shepherd stayed up there. The one I highlighted, it didn't repopulate it. So I was willing to make that choice in a $5 contest. I didn't want to make that choice on a $75 contest. So that feels bad. But I mean, they're at 94, like it's not like the worst pick you could make either. We'll take T. Higgins. We started Bijan, Josh Jacobs, and T. Higgins. I don't mind it. Yeah, I did the same kind of thing with Shakir. I had like 1.2% Shakir. And whenever I finally started taking a bunch of Josh Allen, like because recently, once Higgins, Jacobs, Chase Brown are gone, I take either Lamar, Josh Allen, or Omarion Hampton in this round if they're available. So I started taking a little bit of Shakir when I did that. And like 2 days later, I took him like 4 times in one day. The next day is when Shakir had the injury. So although that one, he's going to be back. This, like the Mixon one, he may not. But if Mixon does come back, like he's like even if Mixon misses 4 games at pick 100, he's a fine pick. I've started mixing in Woody Marks a little bit now, just because of the draft capital. I bet I have some Mixon, Mooney, Stafford big boards that are toasty. Yeah, I know I do. I still think Stafford plays week 1. My worry is for the entire season. Like that's just like Stafford has that Iron Man streak, I believe. So like you can only put 4 options, or I would have had like 7 options with I would have picked 5 quarterbacks and had them all cycled. I mean, it's just kind of a like I thought about just which one do you start, which one's your biggest target, but I think like the combination of the room matters a lot because like one of like the rushing upside on some of them versus the pocket, like because the pocket passers that are there easily backstackable, stuff like that. I figure Darnold's going to be a hot choice because of the Torrey Horton hype. Everybody wants to Torrey Horton, Arroyo, Darnold. Yeah, that I heard that quote a long time ago. Actually, like I believe he said that same thing pre-draft. I don't know why it's getting buzz now, but I believe it happened pre-draft. I need to get my third running back here in DJ Moore. I do have a bye week 5 problem, but we'll address that later. Cannot take DK Metcalf on this team. Thank you. So do I want to just I'm just going to go high T here. Yeah, we'll just go high T with this team. I don't do it a lot, but in flock contest, you do have to get first, like first overall in the pod. So making sure I can flex RB a little more often does make a little more sense. And maybe I'm just making that up, but I believe I heard that pre-draft, like in the pre-draft process, when they were talking about it. And by the way, if you're just popping in, if you could smash that like for me, I would appreciate it. And for those who are just tuning in, also this is my third flock tournament for this the third iteration of it. And we started Bijan, Josh Jacobs by week 5, T. Higgins, DJ Moore also by week 5, and then James Cook. Like getting a little bit of this is becoming both of these players' new values. I didn't like either one of their values in the middle of the 4th, and I'm happy to pick them up over here. Like I'm very happy to take DJ Moore over DK Metcalf and James Cook over Metcalf. The fact that this drafter here, that's a fire team. CMC, AJ Brown, like other than Garrett Wilson, Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith. Apparently, like I hear different things about Justin Fields. I've heard that he doesn't play, like he's basically not a real quarterback. I've also heard that like he's doing fine. The one thing that does seem to be true is that they definitely want Breece Hall and Braylon Allen to be catching passes. So that's a very, very bullish thing for Breece Hall. Like they keep putting clips out of them running wide receiver route, like running routes all the way down the field, and not like wheel routes, but running like on the line of scrimmage and then splitting out. So one reason I don't mind the early running backs now, this area right here is my favorite area in the draft. Like you got Diggs, Pearsall, Golden, Egbuka. Like if you can land 2 of those, and if I don't get 2 of those, like Jacoby Myers is fine, right? So I will go ahead and take. Actually, we will take Egbuka here because of the bye week 5 thing. If Golden comes back around, we'll take him. If not, we will take Jacoby. I could have taken Burrow there. I decided not to. I wanted to get my wide receivers done. And in this contest, stacking does matter because it has a 100 seat final. But to get through to the finals, it matters way less. So I'm going to tend to like bring up Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray's, Drake Mays. Like I'm going to have rushing upside guys and just play it that week 17. You're going to get a better combination of Egbuka or Myers plus Drake May than Joe Burrow plus Rashad Bateman. You know, like that's kind of how I'm going to play it. So let's look here. Thoughts on the upcoming rise of the pony formation? I love it. I've been talking about that for a while, how I thought a lot of these teams are going to start using multiple running backs, just like the Bucs did last year. And the Dolphins did. And both of those offense, like they used those, like 2 years ago, it kind of happened at Miami, but like Liam Cohen did it completely differently. I love that. Like, I think that every NFL offense is going to do that. And that's one reason this entire offseason I've been in on Kevontae Turpin. Like, because the wide receivers, like, and that's another reason, like, DJ Moore is going to end up playing that pony formation role, I think, based on him lining up at RB a little bit. But being able to put one of your most explosive players in at RB to get the linebacker matchup is a cheat code, right? So I really like it. His interceptions are when he tries to throw to scrubby wide receivers, makes me more bullish on Garrett. Really? Yeah, and I mean, he did have a rapport with Garrett, right? Like, we all know that. Lions, maybe Jets. Thoughts on McMillan, Tet, or Jalen? Since you have to be 1 of 12 over 14 weeks, I don't think it matters as much in the first stage. Jalen McMillan, I pretty much removed him from my rankings. He's a great player. Like, I love him as a player. But, I mean, like, I don't think he's, unless we get another injury or Godwin's injured for the season, like, he's not going to be available week 17. So, let's look up my ranks. My ranks agree. But like that's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't think that he's going to be live in week 17, really. But at the same time, the Bucs have one of the best matchups, especially the passing game. McMillan seems very Jahan Dotson-ish, but I still occasionally draft him. Well, I'm kind of burnt on him, mostly because of my pre-draft stuff. I was pretty heavy on him pre-draft. I think Cooper Kupp will be live to be okay week 5. Like, all I want is to make sure I can flex a wide receiver week 5 when DJ Moore and both of my running backs are out. I do think that bye weeks matter a lot more in this contest as well, because you have to get first, right? So yeah, and I get that you think it matters a lot, but I think it matters. It just doesn't matter as much as it does in the 2 of 12 with like the 200 person finals and stuff, right? Like I think it's a lot easier to, like, if let's say that Sam Darnold has 38 touchdowns this year and he's the best pick on the board at cost, like, even if you have him stacked, it's better But if you just have that pick, or if you have the Bucky Irving pick, that's just going to elevate you to get number 1 overall way more. So I think that like just hitting the best picks to me advance better here. And that's just based on what I see. Like, so the team I advanced to the finals last year was very well correlated. But I also had a weak pod. So like a weak 12-man pod. So in my original draft, I moved him to 152 or something. I don't like it. Keenan went in the 120s both draft. Yeah, I got him once. I clicked him in a slow at 175 when I was on the clock last night. So, like I was talking earlier, I will probably just snag Drake May naked here if he gets to me. I love the tight ends in this range, though. Like Tyler Warren's awesome. Loveland did already go. I got him in a few slows yesterday. Very nice. That's awesome. What's up, Zero? Welcome. All the tight ends are going. Like, I think that after Njoku, I think there's a major drop-off. So I'm just going to go 3 tight ends on this team and not going to worry about it. If I don't get one by the end of I guess Kraft's still available. So maybe that's what we do. Yeah, we're going to actually take Tucker Kraft here. Because we need more bye week 5s. I have a lot of Drake May, so I'll probably still take him naked over Jordan Love here. Can always get some Kayshon Boutte. And I'm going to get 3 tight ends on this team, so that opens up Hunter Henry as well, who I do really like. And for some reason, I can't ever get to anymore. So, but, I mean, that's great. He made that a very easy decision for me. All right, so the team right now, we got a 2-3-5-1. We got Baker. We got Drake May. We got Bijan, Josh Jacobs, James Cook. Wide receivers, T. Higgins, DJ Moore, Egbuka Stack, Jacoby Myers, and Cooper Kupp. Definitely just want upside with the rest of my wide receiver room. Tight end, Tucker Kraft. We got 4 bye week 5s right now. So, yeah, I think 140s, 150s is fine. But he has been – every time there's news, though, people overshoot the player and start taking him way higher because they want to beat the news. And then, like 3 days later, he comes back to a reasonable spot. But I think ETR, I heard somebody say this. I don't have ETR ranks, but apparently ETR just flat out rated him at 130. There you go. That's exactly the plan, sir. Yeah, and I do agree that I think that's fine. But as you see, he goes at 130, right where ETR has him ranked, supposedly. I don't know if I can do that. Some people think that Ladd should be falling. Other people don't. I'm in the I don't know. Like, I think that all it does for me is it changes it from where I was Ladd and Drake London together. I think Drake London's just solidly the guy now, like, of those two. That's the only thing that changed for me is I had London rated ahead of him anyway, but I questioned it. And this news makes that I'm very secure in my thought that it's London. But I've also been close to pushing London up a bit above Amon Ra. So, what's the difference between Keenan and Bateman? Competition. QJ is much better competition than DeAndre Hopkins. The tight ends, I guess, are more competition over there. So I did move Jaden Blue way up in my rankings, as you see. But we're going to make sure we get Demario Douglas here. I'm kind of fine with any of these. I also boosted Braylon Allen way up. What about what? Drake needs to flip Amon Ra. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. I kind of draft it that way too. I basically want to stay at 4% Amon Ra. Like, I don't want to fade him. He's a great player, but the upside you get with Drake London is insane. Like, for two reasons. Number one, like, Penix goes 2 rounds later than Jared Goff, right? Like, and if you were to tell me, like, so you get a little bit more value at quarterback with that. So, like, you can create a stronger team that way. Almost like they're both alphas in the offense, but I think it's pretty reasonable to think that the Falcons and the Lions score similar amount of points next year to 125. But, well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can't argue Keenan Allen should be going. Like, Keenan Allen ahead of Kyle Williams makes sense. Keenan Allen ahead of Trey Harris makes sense. Allen ahead of Mims makes sense. The problem is a lot of these players are just too high, right? Like, Mims is too high. I would probably rather have Keenan Allen unstacked. Like, if I didn't have Drake May, I think Keenan and DeMario are very similar. I think that they moved it too high, but the fact that there's nobody there makes a lot of sense. That's the only reason I've started taking some Cooper Kupp. Like, all of the players in these areas, I don't like them anymore. Like, I was kind of always out on Shakir. Trey Harris was one of them I was moving up. Where did Jaden Higgins go? Jaden Higgins is starting to go over here, which is kind of where I think he should go. Like, the Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins double stack feels so clean right now. It feels like that's my go-to on that side of the board right now, is to get the CJ Stroud, Jaden Higgins, Nico Collins double stack. Like, and you can get either the lad, and if you bring Nico up to like the 7 spot, you can do it from the 7 spot and land that with Omari and Hampton, right? Because like half the time you'll get Hampton still in the middle of the board, right? Yeah, so like Hampton went 33 here. So like if you want to pull Nico up to like the 106 or 107, 108, half the time you can get the Omari and Hampton bring back on it. And it feels really good. I mean, sometimes the story writes itself. I wouldn't mind a third quarterback here either. Like, in a pod where you have to get first, I do think you want 3 quarterbacks. Keenan Allen can be Adam Thielen on the team with a quarterback we like. We will take Geno Smith. And like, it's so, tight end is so ugly. It's so bad. I've also moved Deontay Thornton up in my ranks. I thought. Apparently I haven't, really. To be honest with you, I'm just going to take naked Bryce Young here. Like, I'm not worried about it. We're just going to take – whoops. That's my bad. Boxing out the room at quarterback, apparently. I honestly forgot I just took Geno. So, guess we're going 4 quarterbacks. That's fine. Like, I don't love it, but I wouldn't have taken, like, I don't know why. My mind's kind of fried today for some reason. Yeah, I totally messed that up. That's all good. That's right. Might as well. Let's do it. If 3 quarterbacks is the meta, 4 quarterbacks is what's in, right? I don't know how I forgot I just took Geno. Like I said, my mind's a little gone. I'm assuming my Best Ball Jeopardy experience today is not going to go very well because my mind's been spacey all day. And like, if I'm going to do it in any contest and make it and try to make it make sense, 4 quarterbacks is the like in a 1 of 12 advance. Like, at least you're making the rest of the room weaker at a position, right? So, and I'm not saying that that's a good strategy. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm going to do it in anything, I think this is it. Get some nicotine gum like Bendels. I don't want any nicotine ever near me, so we will not be doing that. We will. We got 24 watching. We got 14 likes. That seems fair considering that that I just took 4 quarterbacks on accident. So we will just double tap tight end here. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not super worried about it. We could just double that. Maybe that's the move. Maybe that was the move to get the stacks. Like, to be honest, I'm going to have to stop. Like, it wasn't the plan, but I am going to have to stop at 4 running backs here. So, like, all because I made that mistake. So, I don't think that's enough at wide receiver. And I do think I have to have. I think I do have to have 4 tight ends. So this is not a winner. That's the one thing I know. Honestly, we're just gonna take I think we need some upside here at wide receiver. And we're just gonna make that Bryce Young pick work for us. We're gonna double stack it. We're gonna go ahead and double stack the Bryce Young. We got naked, like, we have all 4 quarterbacks stacked up at least. We even have bring back in a single game, week 17. Maybe we have to stop at 2. But I think we just go full in and take Harold Fannin on this team if he's available. I think that's the move. Like, we're already here. Let's continue to do things. They don't have to be good things. I can see the Rolling Stones quote now. Who Hames used the controversial strategy of taking 4 quarterbacks to win the tournament. Very deftly did it too. 100% planned. Like, I literally brought the board up, and that's when I realized that I had the 4th. I was like, or maybe when I clicked it, all I know is I looked and I'm like, oh crap, I have 4. As soon as I seen Geno Smith's name, I think it was as soon as it went over here, I was like, oh wait, I took Geno. But yeah, I think I have to play, like, I took a lot of capital RB here. So, and this isn't what I would like to do with a 4 RB room most of the time. But it could just be 4 dudes that have the starting job. So that's the play we're going to have to go with here. I just think since I have to get first in the pod, I don't think Tucker Craft and Sanders is enough. If this was a 2 of 12 advance or a 3 of 12 advance, I think I could ride with that and to make up with my mistake with the RB. But I think we'll have to take a third tight end here. I took a – what was it? It was – I think it was a Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts made it back to like 54. I don't remember what team that was. I can look it up. Like after I make this league-winning pick with Harold Fannin on this Bryce Young, Geno Smith, Drake May, Baker Mayfield team. Yeah, like that's kind of what – like I've done the – let's go through this team, and then I'll find mine. Look at that projected points, though, man. Look at what 4 quarterbacks does. Look at that. Look at how cool I feel having 3,202.2 points. Man, I'm projected to have the most points in this pod. Absolutely. Nothing can stop me. We got Baker Mayfield, Drake May, Geno Smith, Bryce Young, all 4 stacked. We got that bring back here in week 16 for the head-to-head game. That's exciting. We got Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, James Cook, Jaden Blue. A little weak, but I'm rich, man. Like 3,200 points, nothing can stop me. Wide receivers: T. Higgins, DJ Moore, Egbuka, and then all the glue guys in the world: Jacoby Myers, Cooper Kupp, Demario Douglas, Jalen Coker. I don't know how this team wins at any position, honestly. Tucker Craft, Jatavian Sanders, and Harold Fannin. Sometimes you just light $10 on fire. And this is probably one of those cases. Was it a MMG that I did that in? Or was it the Husky too? No, it wasn't. Oh, it was I'm pretty sure it was a Palm. Yeah, it was this one right here. One of the few I haven't named yet. I was at the 101. That's what it was. I was at the 101 here. I took Jamar Chase, and I wanted to do the Lamar Jackson thing. And then the Jalen Hurts, Devonta Smith thing fell to me. So I just said, screw it. Let's go. So we went Lamar, Jalen Hurts, Bucky, Joe Mixon at 97, Ramondre, Scadaboo. Let's just take everybody who's dipped. Tank Bigsby, Keaton Mitchell, Taj Brooks. Like, I took a bunch of risk there, so I hit it really deep. Little weak at wide receiver: Jamar Chase, Devonta Smith, Golden, Juwan Jennings, Keon Coleman, Alec Pierce, Goddard Ertz, and Theo Johnson. Probably didn't need Theo. Probably needed another wide receiver, but I think it's fine. Like, I think that this running back room, like if Mixon does miss like 5 or 6 games, like this running back room could get there, right? But anyway, speaking of the MMG, that's what we're doing next. I am bringing it up on my phone. I will be entering the MMG lobby in 10 seconds. We are there. Just need to take more of the highest. Yeah, no one has ever thought of this strategy. Absolutely not. And that's the goal with that team. Bijan, take me all the way, carry me home. I do think that I think Burrow was there. No, okay, Burrow. I probably would have for the memes if Burrow went back, though. Like every once in a while, you feel like just doing something a little wild, right? And then other times you don't feel like doing something wild and you take 4 quarterbacks anyway. Who's stopping you? All right, we got the 10 spot. Brett Favre. Watch out, cheerleaders. Brett Favre's here in the 8. I don't see anyone. I don't know anyone here. So good luck to me. Daddy Flops and Brett Favre. I feel like those two people know each other. Not sure what you guys think, but I'm going to guess that Brett Favre and Daddy Flops are best friends. We got so at the 110, I hope to get Nico Collins every time. That's where I've been for a while. Like I have a hard time. Yeah, whenever I entered, it ended up at it was +1. So is there a gigantic Who Crew overflow pod right now? I'm assuming everybody's over there. Yeah, so one thing I do know is my 2 dinger teams that advanced are awful right now. Like they're not going to do anything. It's all good. I'm just happy I got 2 there. Genty up here, huh? Yeah, I'll go ahead and take Puka at the 10 spot. I noticed at least a few names. Nice. Cade's in there. Sorry everybody who got in there. Nothing I can do about it whenever it's almost full. Definitely want just one of those 2 players. Feels really good. Would actually prefer London for the Week 17 bring back. I don't get to land it very often. I've got 12% of my Puka teams with it. So I definitely want that number to be up. I think that's a game that could be the one that matters. Puka at 10 is a steal. I've seen people take him top 3. In my first draft of the season, my very first big board, I took Puka at 4. At the I will even go find it in another tab real quick and show you it. And that team, by the way, is still my biggest CLV team. That team I think is like a +400. It's like +425 or something last time I looked. The very first draft I did in big board. I don't know where it's at now. All right, so there we are. So we will share this screen. So this was my very first draft of the season. Puka at 4, Genty, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, Tet McMillan, Walker, Mark Andrews, Pearsall at 93. Oops, that one's a rip now. Kyler at 117, Bateman 124, Hunter 141. Najee's back here now. Damian Martinez is busted. Rashad White at 172. Fields 169. Rodgers, Tootin, and Pat Bryant. That was the very first draft I done in big board. All the way down here. Feels good. Yeah, I took Puka at I had 13 shares of Puka in that time box. The Stafford news makes that feel really bad. But let's say that Stafford's back is out. That's probably bad for the Rams offense and probably bad for Jarquez Hunter and a lot of the stuff. But the one thing we know for sure is that Devontae Adams and Garoppolo, like Devontae Adams, like left Garoppolo and does not like him, right? So that means that now Puka, yeah, oh yeah, and Bayshaw Tootin. Like, don't forget also Bayshaw Tootin, right? Like both of them. If only I'd had the balls to stick to my guns. A casual Lamar at 34. We'll take it. He hates porn star Jimmy. Yep, absolutely. Like, so like if it is Jimmy Garoppolo, like, isn't that kind of bullish for Puka? Like, sort of like, yes, Garoppolo put together a pretty good fantasy season for wide receivers in at San Francisco, right? Do I think that do I think it's better? Like, I think it's a lot worse for Adams if that happens than it is for Puka, is what I'm saying. I've gotten to where I'm starting to take Rice a little bit again. The more like I do get the feeling that it is going to be 4 games. Maybe I'm wrong. But like even if it's 6 games, like I have my 2 studs. All I need to do is make sure I find a guy to fill in for 2 weeks. And if my next 3 picks are RBs, I can try to hit the flex at RB. But I definitely want 2 RBs. Like what I've really liked doing lately is to go 2 elite wide receivers, an elite quarterback, and then 2 RBs and 5-6 on this side of the board. And the teams just feel very strong. Like they feel very strong. Weird way to spell Stetson Bennett. If Stafford is done, I can see them making a play. Yeah, that as well. I can see that. Who maybe Derek Carr gets traded and comes out of retirement or something. Like I don't know what all happened with like that whole retirement on Derek Carr was kind of weird, right? Isn't there's another older quarterback who hasn't officially retired yet. That is still kind of out there. Yeah, like the thing is if you get a Rice team, if you get a Rice on the 4th team to a finals, like you're absolutely cooking. And in a contest that it's a 1 of 10, 1 of 5, at like it feels like having that strength there feels really strong to advance it too. I mean, I generally want the RB here, but I don't think I can pass the Zay Flowers Lamar stack there, right? Like, I'm hoping I can get one of these 2 RBs. I prefer Connor, but I do have Rice, so I will split the tie. Like I slightly like Harvey there because I have Rice. Most like the problem is if you don't take an RB here, I guess here I might get one back because these 2 players both have 2 now. So let's see what happens. He takes Rome. The Derrick Henry Brees Hall guy probably takes Harvey though. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. So I could bring up Caleb Johnson. I don't like doing it. I think we're just going to take Ricky Pearsall, though. We're just playing the hits. We'll just go full 0 RB. We got Puka. We got Drake. We have Lamar. We have Rasheed. We have Zay. We have Pearsall. we're going to add one really late wide receiver and like a Pop Douglas, a Thielen, somebody like that. And we're just going to call this wide receiver room good. We're going to hope that Puka, London, Flowers, Pearsall can get us through the Rice suspension, right? Like that's kind of how I'm going to play this. London does have a week 5 bye, but Rice should be like I'm hoping Rice is back by then. That's how I'm going to play this. I'll play it thin. I don't mind playing it a little thin and hitting running back with absolute volume now. I may end up going 7 wide receivers, but I probably won't. Probably stop at 6. It all depends on like values and stuff. So one thing I've noticed is that once you get to this point in the draft, like after Ramondre goes off the field, like the rankings, it's just all RBs. Like once the quarterbacks are starting to go, it's literally just quarterbacks, RBs. That's all that's there. I mean, it's Sean Payton. We knew he was doing that. He's doing the same thing with Pat Bryant. Like, I'm a little worried on Pat Bryant more because like the history of Sean Payton and the rotational stuff that I'm recently aware of, like a little more. I do think that he will end the season as the guy they want out there in 2 wide receiver sets, more so than Vele or anybody else. I will not back down from that take. And Sean Payton has always done this with rookies, though. Like he did it with Alvin Kamara on the first depth chart, I believe, right? I would love to get Laporta here, but I have to take Tony Pollard. I think I really needed Pollard there. I would love Laporta. I've been noticing that Brian Robinson either gets pulled up in all of these. Like he's going either earlier or way later every draft. Like he's not going where he used to. Like the people who hate JCM, like hear JCM's getting buzz, and I guess like they decide that they just want Brian Robinson no matter what. But he does have Jaden Daniels, so it makes sense. Jaden Higgins is a player that I do think needs to be pulled up now quite a bit as well. We'll take a little bit lower owned Aaron Jones piece right there. All right. Was the same even worse? And the second, third round running backs were league winners. What are you talking about? Saquon and Henry, honorable mentions. Was the same last year, even worse with late ADPs. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Pollard, Aaron Jones, been a staple for you at that spot. I prefer Jordan Mason, but I'm at like 11%, 12% Mason, and like 6% Jones. I do think one of the Vikings running backs is going to be a good pick. Maybe both of them. Pollard is kind of a stand for me at this point. Like I've got 12%, like not a big stand, but like Pacheco and Pollard are the 2 I really like there. I got 9%. But like I'm way under on Swift. I'm under on Montgomery. 30% plus on Aaron Jones. Like, it's probably not a bad place to be. If you're above market, I am not. Mostly because I have 3 quarterbacks by that point usually. But as you've seen in the last draft, apparently I don't mind taking 4 sometimes. Like I do really like the Cam Ward click. The thing is, I'm just usually done at quarterback by then. Um, like I usually have either an elite and like Trevor Lawrence, and like I'm not opposed to adding Cam Ward to that with Pollard, but I'm only going to add Cam Ward to that with Pollard if it's a 10-pick discount or something. Like if I get a round of ADP on it, I'll do it. So like generally I'm just done by that point, and I can't like I mean 7.6% isn't like I'm fading him at any point, like I really really like Bryce Young at his ADP, so I think that offense, like I think both of those offenses are underpriced. I think Tennessee's offense is underpriced, and I think Carolina's offense is underpriced. And Carolina has the better backstack option, so I do like, and I think that they have similar rushing upsides, Cam Ward and Bryce Young. Couldn't have wrote this any better. We'll take J.K. Dobbins right here. Travis Etienne has started to fall down the boards quite a bit. Deservedly so. I'm not even stacking them. I just mean if you're above market on Pollard, you're yeah. So I'm like in big board, I was reasonably heavy on Pollard, Spears, and Ridley. And when I wasn't taking much Cam Ward until the Titans, because I thought the Titans were going to trade the pick. But once the Titans didn't bring anyone in for visits, I started smashing them then. I still only ended with like 7.5%, 8% there. But like I got to that. RJ Harvey fifth on, yeah. Like coaches do this every year with all these players. They're just like, oh yeah, we hate rookies. Rookies suck. Rookies. We can't stand rookies. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull up Colston Loveland here. I'm fine with it. It is a Week 17 bring back with the Ricky Pearsall. I've got Lamar already. I don't need to worry about my quarterback too. I'm actually hoping to get that guy, Michael Penix. Are NFL coaches all massive trolls? No, they do this thing to where like the players that have been playing for them for multiple years, like so, especially a coach that has been with the team for a while, if the veteran has been with them, like they feel like it's disrespectful to have the new guy just slot in as the starter, right? Like some of them will just like Ted McMillan, they're just like, no, he's the number one. So like when players like Jaden Higgins, who wasn't a first round pick, gets slotted above the other guys that were there, like and that offense is a little different because Christian Kirk's new, Diggs is gone, Tank Dell's no longer there. Like so, like when the rookie gets placed there, kind of like Deontay Thornton, I was kind of out on him, but him getting listed there, like to me, that's way bullish. Like it's like where the rookies are rated to me doesn't matter if it's low, but if it's high, it does hold some weight. I don't know if the rest of you believe that, if you think I'm crazy, but to me, that's how it is. My Tucker Kraft, I guess he's right there, 9.4%. I've cooled down on Kraft because I've been smashing Loveland. At one point, I was like 14% Kraft and like 5% Loveland, but I'm up to like 12% Loveland. I was also underweight Tyler Warren, and I'm up at 9% Warren. What I've been trying to do is to get two of them. I've been trying to get two of Loveland, Warren, Kraft, and Joku in this area in most drafts. I think that those four, like, and if I don't, I'm fine taking Kincaid or Ferguson or Goddard as my two. And if I need to be done at two, I can be done at two with those. I mean, Come to Papa. Did he die today or something or what? Did he blow out his knee or something? Am I missing something here? I'm going to check Twitter before I make this pick. Pepper Tony probably knows. Is he cooked? Or is this just an awesome fall? We're just going to do it. All right, we are done at wide receiver. We got Puka, we got Drake, we got Rashee Rice. Even in a 6-game suspension, Rice will be back for the double bye week. Then Ricky Pearsall, Rashad Bateman. This feels good. Colson Loveland, Pollard Jones, J.K. Dobbins. That doesn't feel as good, but yeah, did he die today? Yeah, like what is going on? Like why maybe he just got listed as a punt returner. Maybe he got listed at punt returner and everybody's like, "Oh no, he's going to get too many touches. He can't handle it. Nobody can handle punt return." We're not worried about Travis Hunter playing 125 snaps a game, but Kyron Williams adding four punt returns a game to his repertoire. We can't have any of that. Nope, can't be doing that. Breaking news: Rashad Bateman is in the Epstein files. That is a hilarious comment. Yeah, I don't know about the rest of you, but I really, really like this team. Like drafting from the 9, 10, 11, 12 and getting one of Lamar or Josh Allen to fall always feels fantastic. I saw Eckler punt returner potential, and he's dropping like crazy. He's dropping because everyone in the next few picks, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt will be going. So there's that. Like, is the B-Rob drafter? Yeah. So the B-Rob drafter never does it. The one spot does. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Taylor, Jaden Burrow. Like the Jaden Burrow thing seems fun. Egbuka, B-Rob, Evan Ingram, Keon Coleman, Ray Davis, Tank Bigsby. I've been pulling Tank Bigsby up to 130 for the last 4 days. And it feels so good. Marvin Mims and Josh Palmer. No, I am not. I did move him up in my ranks to right underneath Eckler. Keenan Allen's draftable by my ranks right now. We will take Jaden Blue again. Like this, I moved Braylon Allen. I need to move him back down. I didn't mean to move him that high. But I think Braylon Allen's an awesome RB for this specific room because I'm probably going to get to 7. We missed out on the – I don't know. We were talking about it. I'll do it for the people here. We'll take a JCM share. I don't like it. Just so we're aware, or just so everybody knows, I don't like this pick. I do think it has some upside. I just need to hit on some rookies in this one. And I hated all of the tight ends that were there. I didn't really want Algier. I just wasn't feeling it on this team. Will Shipley is completely free in the 18th round now, and I'm starting to scoop it. Like I still think B-Rob has a good chance to just have a good season. Like I do think that this hype is going to stop and by next week, Jacory's going to be a 16th round pick. The same thing happened well, I guess Jordan Mason, that didn't happen until like the last week last year, so it never came back. But all the time, like the hot name gets pulled way up, and then after everybody smashes them that really wants the player for a few days, they come back down to a reasonable price. And that's kind of what I'm waiting on Jacory. Is I think in another week we're going to see him in around 16. If you really want him, you can take him at 15. But if you just kind of want to mix them in, you can get him in around 6 here. But like at this point of the draft, like I've done enough. Like there's enough randomness at this point that I do feel like it's fine. Yeah, it really does. And we all know how that turned out for me. We're going to end up in a 3 tight end build here. So let's just triple stack Lamar. We'll take Isaiah Likely. So we have 3 more draft picks. We're taking 2 more RBs and 1 more tight end. I think I just want to take the possible. Which one of these do I want? Woody Marks, Miles Sanders. We're just going to take Miles Sanders here. Get the double. Like this is my entire portfolio is a bet against Javonte Williams being good this year. Week 10 will be a little rough. What's up, Green Bean? Thank you for popping in. We'll be done with this draft here shortly, and we will be doing yet another MMG. I'll have 20 MMGs done by the end of today. I wanted to make sure to get like 25 to 30 of them done by tomorrow night because I wonder if this contest fills on the weekend, and I don't have much time to draft on the weekend. So I may end up just having to enter 20 of them slow because this is one of my favorite contests. So if I have to enter 20 of them slow, and I do want to enter like 10 of them slow. Like I do think that at this point if it's going to end quickly or if it's going to end during preseason, I do want to make sure that I can actually see the practices, the injuries, the depth chart stuff. Like, so if it's one of my favorite contests, I want to make sure to do a few of them slow. I'll definitely do 5. I'll probably wait till it's closer to being finished to really queue them up. I think it's like 25% filled already, though. Let's look. We have it's 30% filled. Yeah. So the MMG is already 30% filled. So like honestly, I'm at fill rate right now. So my ranks, why do I keep forgetting to move? I keep forgetting to move Darren Waller out of my ranks. We'll take Sanders here, and then we'll take an RB with the last pick. We'll take Shipley. We'll take one of these guys. I'm a little over that. I can figure it up if you want. The important thing right now is moving Darren Waller down to my ranks. There he is. Found him. All right, we're good. So this Will Shipley free in the 18th round is fine. I mean, All right. We'll go look at it as soon as this is over. We got a 2.763. We got Lamar Jackson, Michael Penix, very strong. Running backs, we got 7. Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones, J.K. Dobbins, Jaden Blue, and Miles Sanders. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt got the Week 17 bring back there. Will Shipley. We got Puka Nacua, Drake London for the bring back. Rashee Rice, then Zay Flowers and Bateman and Likely all for the Lamar stack. Ricky Pearsall mixed in there. And then Loveland, Isaiah Likely, and Jatavian Sanders. So completed. We'll go back. I'll even bring up calculator here. So we got 259 plus 409. So I've got 941 just on Underdog. So, and on Drafters, so 941 plus 13. So that's 1,157, and I've got about 150 on DK as well. So I'm at about 1,300 right now. I'm assuming Steve's somewhere around there. But anyway, we are going to do another MMG. And we are going to enter, or actually, I'm going to ask the chat, is your lobby done? Whenever your guys' lobby is done, yeah, I've fast drafted like 90% of my drafts too. I don't do much else. Like I sit around here, I listen to football talk, I go to work when I can. Well, I don't like I take time, like I take a day out of my, like I don't have kids or anybody to like really, like a girlfriend to really care like about having to work around stuff, and that's not in the cards. So like, but I take a day out of my week every 3 or 4 hours every week to go visit my mom and dad and like go visit my sister and her kids. Like I still go visit everybody once or twice a week. But I only work 3 days. Like I work 3 12-hour days. So I have 4 full days of doing whatever I want, basically. But anyway, MMG Bestball League, we are going to enter, and we are entering in 10 seconds. I am as well. Absolutely. I already said 10 seconds, so I will have to start that. So the advancement in MMG, and 9 more to start. Advancement in MMG, we will go to it here. We'll refresh this. So the advancement is 2 of 12 like normal, 1 of 10, 1 of 5 with a 225 seat final. The cool thing about this is it's a 50 entry max of $5. So $250 to max. And if you get to the finals, you get $400 back. So if you max this contest and you make the finals, and it's close to like a 20% chance to make the finals, it's like 16% to make finals, I believe, exactly. But you get $400, so you make to $150 and get the chance to play for $30K. So it's a very, very cool structure. I really like it. It was my favorite structure overall last year. So, and they brought it back. I hope they do this tournament every year. I'm going to make sure to max it. If I have to max it slow, I have to max it slow. So we got the 102. We got Steve in the 5. We got Kate in the 6. Money Mike in the 11. Fugmo at the 1. Tika. Bestball on call here at the 3. We will always take Bijan at 2. I'm getting very bullish on the Falcons. Like, I know it's just training camp videos, but like something that I heard a lot of people say last year whenever it came to I need to get my seat moved in the right spot. There we go. But a lot of coaches last year, like former coaches, were very bullish on Michael Penix being an awesome pick. Like before the Falcons took him, and they were saying that they wouldn't be surprised. Like a lot of the analysts were saying we wouldn't be like former GMs and stuff. We wouldn't be surprised to see him get drafted in the top 10. And it was because they said how he throws the ball. Like the camp videos of Penix throwing the ball, like he throws such a pretty spiral. It's an incredibly catchable ball. Like the way he throws it, he always has and I know it's just the training camp, but like in the games that he played last year, it looked the same way. Like he throws it hard, but it still like comes in at an angle that makes it really catchable, and it's quite awesome to like just to watch. And like I'm pretty like I was very out on Penix last year, like as a prospect for like dynasty and everything, but I can admit when I'm wrong, and I think I was wrong. He got picked it twice last week when you were there. Okay. Did he throw a pick 6 his first pass of camp? Is he getting beat out by Spencer Rattler? These are questions I need to know. I mean, if he's a left-handed Jameis, that is fantastic. Yeah, he is definitely an elevator of talent too. He has an elite arm talent. Yeah, and Steve really liked him as well. I mean, that if Jameis Winston had just a little more discipline or arm talent, like because Jameis is awesome and he's got arm talent, but he doesn't have the arm talent that Michael Penix has. So if that is what he's doing and he's got better arm talent, that's awesome. Hey, Vapor, I believe you're behind. I don't think you're live, sir. I just went over that. But it was like 5 minutes ago. So click the little live button in like 5 minutes when you hear this. Oh, that would have been fun. Of course you don't let me have fun. All right, so we're getting our Bijan Josh Jacobs teams built out today. This is the second one I built out today. We're just going to do it again. This is like, I don't mind this at all. And then we're going to do we're just going to do it. Go straight off the rankings. I mean, I do actually like Jonathan Taylor a lot more than Josh Jacobs, but this is just a combination that I want in my portfolio a little bit more. Hey, I'm here for the people, Cade. Leave it alone. That wasn't for you. That was for vaporware. He was able to. Jameis had awesome arm talent. He just couldn't read defensive. Yeah, that is true. Oh, there we go. Yep, vapor caught up. Yeah, so it was about 2 minutes. He was off by about 2 minutes. Or he got to the point that I was actually going through the structure, and he's like, oh wait, oh wait, what's up, Mr. Mufasa? I'm actually gonna go do that right now. So tonight I will be on Bestball Jeopardy on Fanspeak Network, and I will be playing against PPR Tyler. And as you've seen as my first draft, my mind's not very clear today. I'm probably not going to do a good job. I took a fourth quarterback. Like, I literally double tapped quarterbacks. Like, I was at the 2-hole. I took a quarterback, forgot I took a quarterback, and then took another quarterback as my fourth. So, so I don't know how it's going to go tonight, but I know I'm going to have fun. So if you're not subscribed to Fanspeak Network, I will be dropping the link to that video at the end of my stream. So it'll be a while after that before it's live, because that's at 8:30 p.m. Central or Eastern, I believe. It is live in 97 minutes. So if there's a QB ADP category, why do you think that? Like, I've been doing all of my drafts today only looking at the ADP, trying to figure it out a little bit. I mean, maybe I just at least it was a flock contest where you have to be one of one, so it kind of made the rest of the room weaker, and that wasn't high capital. And I had an insane start at RB, because it was Jacobs, Bijan, and James Cook. Tika taking all of my guys. Look at him. Look at Best Ball on Call in here, drafting like a champion. We're not going to do that again. We're going to take Devonta Smith first. I think he's underpriced. I took DJ Moore on the last Bijan, Josh Jacobs team, so we're going to get different. It's different anyway because of Trey McBride, but we will. I think I want Ridley here. Do I want? Yeah, I'm going to take Ridley. I like Ridley more than DK Metcalf. Call me crazy. I like Ridley more. I like Travis Hunter more. I like Jamison Williams more. I kind of think the entire offseason I've been saying I hated round 3 quarterbacks, and they've kind of came to where I think they should be. I don't like this corner that much. Pickens is starting to go up higher. The picks I liked there before were Worthy, Pickens, Tet, Devonta Smith's the only one that still falls. I don't mind Jamison Williams, DJ Moore, but I just did the DJ Moore thing, and he's new back here. But Travis Hunter, Cortland Sutton, and I just kind of think that George Pickens should be at the end of that tier. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. I missed the draft earlier, but 4 quarterbacks in the flock contact. Yeah, I was saying something like that to cope a little bit, but there's a little truth to it. Like in any contest, if a 1 of 12 advanced contest, like the 4 quarterback thing might actually be, it's better. I'm not going to say optimal, but it's better there because you're securing your floor at the highest point scoring position. As long as you hit on your players, like a couple late players, like because the hits matter more than misses, right? So if the players I took later in the draft are hits, it's going to raise my floor significantly at quarterback. So like if I average 24 points a week at quarterback, yes, I have 3 dead roster spots every week. But if that's like 4 points a week over everyone else, that's what, like 56 points over the course of a season, I believe. I don't think 56. Yeah, it is. I think it is 56. So like that's like 56 points over the course of a season, if that's how that maths out. Also, head to head, having the highest QB score can mean so much in the playoffs. Yeah, and I had all 4 of them stacked too. Like the problem is that I had to stop at 4 running backs, but I had. Tell me if this was enough. Bijan, Josh Jacobs, James Cook, and Jaden Blue. I feel like I needed a 5th, and I was going to take a 5th, but I think that like my wide receivers were like I definitely had to hit it with volume with those running backs, right? So I want to thank everybody who's come in. We got 31 watching. Feels good. I'll take a Caleb Johnson. No, we're not going to add another. We're not going to add yet another bye week. I almost did it. I almost triple tap bye week 5 running backs. We stopped ourselves. Like that would be an incredibly unique pairing. How many people out there do you think have a Bijan, Josh Jacobs, Caleb Johnson team? How many teams of that? Like how many people you think are scared to do that? I'm going to guess most people are scared to do that. Yeah, I think those 4 could be fine. I would have liked a 5th, but I think those 4 could be fine. I guess for me, like the tight ends were bad. The tight ends were Tucker Kraft and like Jatavian Sanders, I think. I'm looking it up right now. Like I said, my mind's not been clear today, so there it is. Yeah, it was Tucker Kraft, and all of them went like way early. So it was Jatavian Sanders. I added for pure upside. I added Harold Fannin in the last round. So like, I think in a 1 of 1, like you had to be 1 of 12. I think I needed to make sure I had a 3rd tight end there more than a 4th or 5th running back. Yeah, the real problem with that team is that week 5, my only 2 running backs are James Cook and Jaden Blue. That's the problem. Like week 5, I have to get some points at running back. So I could get cooked on week 5. Like that is the issue with the team. So we'll go through my team real quick that we're currently drafting. We got Bijan Robinson. We got Josh Jacobs. We got Devonta Smith, Calvin Ridley, Ricky Pearsall, Egbuka, and Trey McBride. As somebody pointed out, it is more of a Week 15 contest with the 1 of 10, 1 of 15, 2 of, or then a 225 finals. So like you want correlation in this week and in this week. And that week you can almost play it like just a heads up, like total points, whatever. That's one reason I actually wanted Egbuka there for the bring back on the Bichon. Why is that, sir? It'd be good for my brand if I do. That's all I know. Like, I need to run through some multiplication charts. Like I need to make a chart and memorize it with all the squared numbers. Just with all the weird bye weeks. Like I think the ones like 2,448 or 2,200, like I'll figure it up in between my stream and that, and I will remember them for the stream. That's a fall on that is a fall on Patrick Mahomes there. Let's see what the one hole's been doing. He shouldn't take Baker, so I will probably take Mark Andrews here. No. Can't take Jalen Warren either. I'll just take Baker and figure it out. I kind of want Tracy there. I got to worry about bye week 5. I'm assuming Scadaboo won't have the full role by bye week 5 if he's starting hurt. Maybe he will. I mean, if I lose this team for Scadaboo to be the guy by week 4, like, congratulations. I'll just say bye to this team. I'm perfectly fine with that. But we're going to actually pivot, and we're going to take Kyler Murray. So we're going to go ahead and stack up Trey McBride and Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield and Egbuka here. Well, I was looking at what they were doing, and they're kind of just taking the top of ADP. They might actually just be auto-drafting until the Justin Fields pick. So, like, it's not a bad team. But they didn't have a chance to take the Burrow. They did push Burrow. So, like, the person who takes Burrow, like, I know I say that if I take the Jamar Chase T. Higgins thing, I like to take Burrow here. But if it's a solo Chase drafter that takes Burrow at the 4 or 5 turn, I do get scared. As my grandpa used to say, okay. 4 QBs is fine. I advanced a flock last year with Carr, Levis, Watson. The problem is I had one, like I had let me bring it up. Since we're talking about it, let's just look at it. I took Baker Mayfield, and then I took Drake May to stack naked. And I took Geno Smith because I had Jacoby Myers. And I went right back around the corner and took Bryce Young. But, I mean, it is a gigantic fall on Bryce Young. Bijan Jacobs, Cook, Jaden Blue. So week 5 is rough. T. Higgins, DJ Moore, Egbuka, Myers, Kupp, Douglas, and Coker. Like, I do feel like I'm lacking firepower at wide receiver, like at top end. And then this, I don't think that, like, I think as a entire team, it's not great. But, I mean, this wide receiver room plays, right? If DJ Moore and T. Higgins could be fantastic picks, and I should have a very high floor, like, but if, like, that's a Bijan Robinson carry me team is what that is. And by the way, if you are new to the channel and you enjoy the content, please smash the sub for me and also hit the like. After this, so I'm going to go ahead and go through the poll real quick. You get sniped on all your quarterbacks. The new quarterback plan is A. Rich, Bryce Young, Sam Darnold, 35%, Ward, Bryce, and Rogers got 26%. So did Darnold, Ward, and Bryce. And A-Rich, Ward, and Rogers was last. We're going to take a poll for the next draft. I think I want Ramondre here. Yeah, we're going to take a Ramondre share here. Yeah, it's balanced. The problem with it is it has to get first in the pod because it's a flock contest, right? Like that's where I have a problem with it. It could get there. Like Fannin could just be an awesome pick. So I really don't like. I think we just take a Luther Burden share here. I don't love it. It's a little past ADP. I wasn't a big fan of his profile coming out anyway. So there is that. But I'm not planning on doing a fourth draft. But if we get to, we'll say 38 likes, I'll do a fourth. That's 7 more. And if we do, I'll put a poll up for another one of these, an eliminator or a super flex on drafters. So it is up to you guys. I would kind of like to have a break in between this and the Best Ball Jeopardy. I'll have a little one either way. So, but I'm absolutely looking forward to that. I do think Fanspeak is going to do a. Oh wait, that's right. They are going live at they're going live in 82 minutes, but I'm not going on their channel until an hour after that because they're going to do a draft, a pre-draft, or a draft on the stream before the Best Ball Jeopardy. I'm not going to be able to max the eliminator. I've got 65 or 66 of them. The plan at the moment is to get to 100. I think that's just where I want to be. Okay, so Steve and Andrew are doing 8 p.m. and then it'll swap over. And no, I'll have an extra hour in between there, so we're good. We're good. I forgot that they were doing that, so I'll be able to do another one if we get there and be perfectly fine. The one thing I do know is Tyler last time crammed the day before. Like he went through, looked at all the ADPs, did all that stuff, and like actually practiced for it. I don't know if I'm like, I might just go rest my eyes for an hour. Remember to be hostile at the end. Oh, at the host. Got it. Tank Bigsby 138 feels like a really good price. So the team right now, we have a 2-3-5-1. We got Baker. We got Kyler. We have Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Ramondre, Devonta Smith, Calvin Ridley, Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka, Luther Burden, and Trey McBride. Trey McBride was on my flock finals team last year. It was actually a 3 tight end. Trey McBride, Zach, I think it was definitely Trey McBride, Zach Ertz. It might not have been 3 tight end. I would love to finish my my tight ends here with one of these guys. I feel pretty good about where this team is right now. We're going to take Jake Ferguson here, and we're probably going to wrap around and take Rachaad White. Couple of young Bachelors, Penix fans battling out. Oh, really? So we don't get him. To be honest, we'll just take Cam Ward instead. We'll take the third quarterback. We'll stack up Calvin Ridley. Probably just take a shot on a random wide receiver at the end with that. Is this well, number one, I'm not a young bachelor, but you're talking about PPR Tyler and I. And number two, like, I do think that they could have a really good offense this year. I am not as invested in Atlanta as he is, but I am that invested in KC. Yeah, no. I got what you were like. Like I said, I need to rest my mind a little. But yeah, I think he's going to be like. I think that there's a when you look at upsides for offenses, I think that that's one of those teams that the upside for where they're drafted is pretty high. I'm pretty out on like I was very in on it when they had Mooney as well. I'm a little less in now. So like I'm just waiting for news on Mooney. I need to personally know what's going on with it. I am overweight on Mooney. I would really like to get some news. It would be nice. So we got we took Krosky Merritt in the last draft. We're not doing it again. This is not an Eckler team, though. This is definitely a 2 rookie pick. Oh man, this is ugly. I don't like anything that's left here. Maybe it is an Eckler team. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do that and not like it. I have a very hard time clicking Jalen McMillan, even on a Baker team. If I'm ever going to take McMillan, like you see how far down I have McMillan in my ranks, this would be the kind of team I would do it on. I do think that Wandale actually fits this team reasonably well. So we're going to take Wandale there. When Mooney comes back, he's going to get buckets. Yeah, like I'm buying the dip a little bit on Mooney, but the problem is he's only fell like 4 spots because everyone else is getting hurt in that area. Like Khalil Shakir got hurt in that area. I can't bring myself to take Pittman ever. Like I don't know why. I just can't. Jaden Higgins getting all kinds of buzz. Godwin doesn't fall. I got Godwin at 108 or 103 earlier today. That felt good. That felt really good. So we need 4 more to get another draft, 4 more likes. Yesterday I installed my new sound system for my TV. Getting ready for football season. It's just a small, cheap sound bar. It's got a bass kit with it, so should be fun. I'm buying Mooney in the Eliminator falling more. Yeah, okay. 4 more likes for another. Them's the rules. Lutz the other day said He enforces the rules. That's what he's in here doing. He's representing. Lute's out here representing. Absolutely. I love it. So I think I'm definitely going to stop at those 2 tight ends. I'm probably just going to add a 4th running back to this team and a 7th wide receiver. Cade Otton does feel really good, though. Like, this is the pick I absolutely want. I want one of these players right here on my team. I have the olds. I need some young. Smash the likes, boys and girls. Listen to Vaporware. He knows ball. So I'm trying to figure out, like, do I want Alec Iomanner? It's so hard to take one of those guys, isn't it? We'll add to my 13.5% Taj Brooks, and we'll probably just take, I don't know, maybe we take the wide receiver here. Yeah, Otton has been going late. And I don't get it. Like, I don't really get it. Yeah, we'll take Darius Slayton's also been going down here. Now, if Otton for some reason falls all the way back, we just take it, right? Everybody's really scared on Gesicki as well. So, yeah, like, I was so in on Otton last year, felt bad not clicking him. So you feel bad not, like, why are you not clicking him this year? Just curious. Because I'm the same way. Like, Jalen McMillan broke out, looked good. Godwin was an absolute smash. He'll be back at some point. But they drafted Egbuka as well. And with Tristan Wirfs missing a little while, like, it does feel like they're going to probably have to rely on the pass game a little more. So, like, you should be in on him. But, like, there's a bunch of buzz coming out about Devin Culp, too, like, for a couple weeks. And Devin Culp actually looked good in the games he got to play last year. Maybe I'm crazy, but watching Devin Culp last year play and knowing that they added targets to that offense, like, it makes me a little leery on Cade Otton. And yeah, like, well, the other tight ends in that area don't like Juwan Johnson doesn't really have anybody to contend with. Harold Fannin is an absolute home run swing kind of pick. Theo Johnson doesn't have competition. Neither does Arroyo and Mason Taylor are the guys. Chig is generally down there. Like, I kind of like a lot of those players, like, kind of the same. 40% of his points came in 3 weeks. He looked good. And, yeah, like, that's another thing. He spiked hard when he spiked. Yeah, and I do agree with that. But I don't, like, I have not clicked him once since the Stafford news stuff came out. Like, Higbee is a great click if Matt Stafford's their quarterback all season. If Matt Stafford is not their quarterback all season, it may not be a good click. I didn't realize that I double tapped Giants there. I did not realize I'd done that. So I think I just want to add Alec Iomanner or something here. Oh, Alec goes. So we won't be doing that. We'll just add more Adonai Mitchell. Take an upside swing here. So the team, 3582. We are 3 likes away from another draft. We're probably not going to get there. Anybody who wants a review, let me know. If we're not there by the end of the reviews, I will be peacing out. We got Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Cam Ward. Running backs, Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Ramondre, Eckler, Taj Brooks, bringing a little bit of youth to the room. Wide receivers, Devonta Smith, Calvin Ridley, Ricky Pearsall, Egbuka, Burton, Wandale, Slayton, and Adonai Mitchell. Tight ends, Trey McBride and Jake Ferguson. Otten is young, and Baker likes him. Miniature Evil Goo on his shoulder says, yeah, that's right. Did Steve cook? Let's see. Let's see what the Steve-O did. And it looks like we might get there. We only need one more like. 3672. Joe Burrow, 68. I'm going to guess this is a backstack Joe Burrow team, so no, you did not cook. Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. Okay, you pulled T. Higgins up. I like the week the Jordan Love Joe Burrow stuff with Baltimore involved. Like, I'm assuming you got some Baltimore in there. I like doing that. So Burrow, Jordan Love, and Rodgers. I like that. Gibbs, Hampton, Cook, Scadaboo, Ford, and Giddens. That's a very strong running back room. Higgins, Hunter, Jaden Reed, Darnell Mooney, DeMario Douglas, Keenan Allen. What 140 something, and DeAndre Hopkins, Mark Andrews, and Zach Ertz. Yeah, I think this is a good team. A lot of players I'm not a fan of. Like, I'm not a fan of D-Hop, or he's a fine pick. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't mind Allen at that pick. Like, I think there's a giant cliff at wide receiver. And I do think that he should be going before Trey Harris and even Marvin Mims. So, like, I just don't think those two should be going where they're going. But, like, getting him, you got him after after you took DeMario and after QJ's off the board. Like, I think him and QJ could have similar seasons. Keenan probably has the bigger upside. Damn, we got the 41 likes. All right, so we'll do a quick poll, and it will be next draft. It'll be MMG. I was not expecting to look over there and see that. Elim or a Superflex Drafters. We will close the poll in like 1 minute. Yeah, no, I like this team. Fanspeak Burners for the win. Oh, it was all Mike Robb. The evil genius, Mike Robb. We got we'll look at everybody's team while we're letting the poll go. 3672, Bo Nix, Matt Stafford, Geno Smith, Pacheco. I'm going to assume I like his team because everybody I seen at the top of my rankings that I liked went right before me. Pacheco, Dobbins, Charbonnet, Tootin, Jarquez, Damian Pierce. He's somebody I do need to start mixing in a little bit. I need to at least add him to my ranks. I'm not saying I need to take him often, but I do need to add him. CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, Rashee Rice. At 46, that feels really good. With the Cortland Sutton. Like, it feels so good to get those two on the left side of the board. Steph Diggs, Hollywood Brown, Thornton, Bowers, and Arroyo. I like the tight end room. Yeah, I like the team, but you do, like, it's kind of like any zero RB team. It feels meh, right? Like, you need some things to go right, but you have pieces that if it goes right, it goes really right. So that's kind of what you want to do there. All right, so it looks like MMG is definitely going to win. Only 12 votes, but it's 75% on the MMG. They come with the subscribers too, so don't. Hey, thanks. So I got some more subs, is what he's saying. I may hit 300 at some point. I'm hoping to hit 300 by Sunday night. But anyway, we are going to enter the MMG, and we will be doing it in 10 seconds. So for those of you who don't know, on Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central, Felix Castro will be joining me. He won a DK Millie. Pretty awesome. Like I heard in a Friends of Bestball he did a draft with Meg, and he was talking about that he watches my stream or he listens to my stream. So I was like, oh, well, I'll reach out to him because he also streams on Bestball Nation. He only does DraftKings though. Nothing wrong with that, but like I thought I'd invite him on. He said yeah, so look forward to getting to hang out with him. He's a super chill dude. So we do have he was a bigger Pat Bryant Bull pre-draft than I was. I think he said he had 40% Pat Bryant in pre-draft on DK. So I'm going to assume Pat Bryant is on that team. So Cage got the 2 spot. I got the 7. Losimo's got the 10. Yeah, Felix is an awesome dude. Like every time you see it, he's so chill. Like he's just there to have a good time. Like I definitely look forward to it. Yeah, I know he usually streams later at night, like a lot of people as well. I actually, the first time I tuned into his stream, so like Monday nights, every Monday he uploads his new rankings for his subscribers. Like he puts out ranks, and he does a draft. Like he live streams a draft where it auto drafts. Like he just leaves it on the draft board. He doesn't even look at who he's going to get. He just waits until it pops up, and he kind of tries to guess based on his ranks, like exactly who he's going to get with some parameters, right? So that was interesting. Like, so CMC gets pulled up, so I get a follower at 7. We get Jefferson at 7. Sign me up all day. I will never turn that down. Thank you, Ernie 1026. The overflow draft here is strong. That's the second overflow draft we've had. And I've kind of dodged you guys today on accident. Whenever I got into it, it was +7. I was expecting a lot of the Who crew. The second draft definitely ended up having more people in it. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I might do drafters. I might do some Superflex on drafters tomorrow. I'm not sure. I think I will, since I won't be able to, since he's coming on Sunday night, I won't be doing the Superflex Sundays. So I will probably just move Superflex to tomorrow. And probably do 2 drafts and a possible third, depending on what happens there. So we got I'm still very patiently awaiting the Rashee Rice news. Like I feel like, when is the KC game? I think the KC game is Saturday this week. I believe it's Saturday night. And let me see. KC Saturday at 7 p.m. I think we'll know by then. For sure. Like even if he's not going to play in the game, I don't have any Jefferson AJ Brown teams. So we'll do that. I I I like it whenever I'm getting a unique pairing with AJ Brown. Like I'm at 3%, and I might move AJ Brown up over Lad. I don't think it really matters that much, but I have like 14% Lad now, so I think I can finally like calm down a little and just make sure I get some AJ Brown up there too. I do think that offense is going to be a little more pass heavy this year. I think they'll be in more games that are close. What's up, Tyler? How we building in the very weird flock contest? I accidentally went 4 quarterback heavy, and like I took Geno Smith. I was at the 2 hole. I had 2 quarterbacks. I took Geno for my third. I forgot. I literally like my mind blanked, and then I just took unstacked Bryce Young to backstack with the next pick with 4 quarterbacks. So I'm actually going like hero or double hero RB, whatever it's called. Like I like one RB in the first 2 rounds for sure there. Like that's kind of what I've been doing. But I've been building all of my teams in a different way lately. I could kind of explain it out during this draft as well. And I've been liking the way like my teams might feel a little thinner, but I really like the way they're turning out. So I don't have as much AJ Brown. So let's look. Yeah, I think I want Hampton. I love Hampton. So what I've been trying to do is if I start double wide receiver, like I'm actually starting to take Rashee Rice again. And like I'm using those two to anchor Rashee Rice and then taking 2 more by round 8 with 2 RBs here. And if I get an elite quarterback here, instead of taking Rice, like I basically try to go 4, like by round 7, I want 2 RBs and 4 wide receivers. I'm not worried about the 5th. Like I'm actually pushing my 5th wide receiver till very late, and I'm kind of building out more like 2-5-8-3 builds or 3-5-8-2 builds. It's kind of what I've been doing. Like if I get an elite like Brock Bowers, I'll go the one way, and if I get the elite Lamar, I'll go the other way. And I've been liking the way those teams feel. Like it feels like I'm stronger at every position at the top end, and it puts you in a situation where like you're able to take more shots on the league-winning upside picks later. Like that, I don't know if that's smart, but that's kind of what I've been playing around with that strategy, and I like it. So yeah, we'll experiment with it a little bit here and see what you guys think. Just as something that I've done over the last 2 or 3 days. And I like the way almost all like even if I start like Bijan Jacobs, like just hammer 4 wide receivers in a row, and you don't feel like you can't beat the Jefferson AJ Brown team or the Nico London teams. Like it doesn't feel like you're behind that much at wide receiver. Like if I go double RB, I usually hit 5 in a row, especially, and I only like double RB up here on the front end of the draft because I love the wide receivers that are here at the 6-7 turn. And I do not like the running backs as much. And like Caleb Johnson has been pushed up the board, so you don't get him very often anymore. But for that contest, I'm actually going heavier into like 3 quarterback builds, either elites. Like I either get an elite and take a second high tier quarterback, or I'm going triple quarterback, and I've been jamming. Let's see here. We'll take a Kamara share. So I've been jamming Anthony Richardson in those because you have to get first, right? And like if I want a 3 quarterback build, if I get like Baker Mayfield and Justin Herbert, that's a fantastic combination. But Anthony Richardson gives you that 30-point week upside. Like he had like a 26 and a 29-point week, I think, last year. So like just adding, and he didn't play the whole season. So adding that upside for single week to be able to help boost your overall points, like feels really good in rounds. Like I've just been pulling him up to like round 13 every draft in the flock tournament. I just think that his upside, and maybe that's bad, but that's something I've been doing is trying to actively pursue the higher upside late guys instead of the floor guys late. I'm a little less likely to take like an Aaron Rodgers. Like if I'm stacked, I'll take him. Like, and I don't mind taking the Rodgers Jonnu turn. Like that's fine. I'm not like against it, but I'm leaning more into the single week upside quarterbacks in that specific contest because the one of two, it literally doesn't matter how correlated you are for the head-to-head matchup. So as long as you have some correlation for week 17, and it's like it's a 100-person final, so like correlation matters, but with an Anthony Richardson, it doesn't matter at all, right? If Cam Ward hits like Bo Nix did last year, like that, how often did was Bo Nix like in his 26, 27-point weeks? How often was he bringing a 30-point receiver with him? It wasn't often. So like I think you can kind of build that way in that tournament. And I could just be wrong. Like, and I'm fine if that's the case. So right here, Ricky Pearsall does go. I've moved. I want one of those 3 guys every single draft. I want Golden. I want Buffalo, or I want Diggs. So here, I'm actually going to take – we'll take whoever it gives me. We'll take Golden. So either way, I was alternating bye weeks, and I have these 2 to secure my room. I have Golden as the 3rd option, who he's going to be on the field the whole time in the first 4, like let's say it's 4 weeks. Like if Rice gets a 6-game suspension, this is worse. But like I should, like whenever I add so now I feel good about this wide receiver room, but I'll add like a Romeo Doubs or a Demario Douglas to this. And I'm good at capital at quarterback or at those 2 positions. Like Hampton plus Kamara is fine. Like I like the way those 2 play. So I'm wide open at this point to just build anything that comes to me. So it allows me to like in the middle of this draft from 79 all the way to like 151, I can just kind of take best player available that kind of goes with my team if I build this out. If I end up with 2-4 through 6, or if I have the elite quarterback with 4 wide receivers, and like basically by round 7, I want to make sure I have 2 running backs and 4 wide receivers, and the last position doesn't matter. Like the last position can be whatever. So it allows you to, as long as you're not like elite plus elite, this works out pretty well. Like here, I could take the fall on Jordan. So normally I would take the fall on Jordan Addison, but on the Rice team, I don't want to. They about got me. But we'll go ahead and take Tony Pollard. It seems like everybody, like either my chat has stopped working or everybody's been quiet. I'm going to guess that everyone has me tabbed up on the second screen. So if you want, Tyler, we can go through after I'm done with this. If you're still here, I could show you all of my flock contests. Yeah, I think a lot of people are multi-tabling. I'm going to guess Steve has more drafts done this season than I do. I figured it up. I'm at like 1,300 right now. Over the 3 platforms, which means I'm going to have to win something big or have a very good. I'm with you on the Rice news. What do you think? So I think it's in the middle. Like, I think if he gets a 4-game suspension, he actually goes back up the board, and he goes up to like the back end of round 3. I think if he gets a 6-game suspension, he moves to the middle of round 5. I don't know if I like him in the middle of round 5, but like he might even drop to 6 if he goes there. Just helping the, hey, that's way more important than this. So absolutely. With weekly winners likely filling this weekend, Husky as well, maybe this. What do you predict to be the new contest? Well, I think this will fill, and as soon as this fills, they'll put another puppy out. And I think next week sometime we might see a new I will slam this pick home. I think that's one of the best picks on the board right now, Jaden Higgins. With the mix and stuff looming, I just feel like the Texans wide receivers are where you want to play them. So I personally moved Jaden Higgins up like 8 spots. But I think we'll see another Superflex contest on Underdog open up next week. And I think you'll see I don't know if they'll do a slow puppy this year. The slow puppy, if they put the slow puppy out now, they would go into the decelerated clocks or whatever. I think they would have had to have done the slow puppy like 2 weeks ago for it to be a thing that mattered. I think they'll do another puppy, but I think it'll just be the puppy 3. That's my guess. Like, I don't think, because I think they released the slow and fast puppy last year. Like wasn't it a mid-July contest or something? Maybe I'm wrong, but I was thinking it was like mid to late July last year when those came in. All right, I really like where this team is. Like, what do I want here? Like, Dobbins feels fine. I don't take any Evan Ingram. We'll take Evan Ingram. It's a Week 17 bring back with Rashee Rice. I don't get to him a whole lot. Yeah, so kind of right where I thought. I don't think that they'll do a slow puppy this year because they've waited so long. And there was a lot of hate towards the slow puppy. I know it filled, but a lot of people were upset about it last year, which I don't get. It's like, if you don't like it, don't play it. You're not required to play every contest they put out. If you don't like the different thought, that's fine. Like me, I'm not even come close to maxing BBM. I don't my goal was going to be to get 20 to 25 of them in. I don't think I'm going to get. I don't even know if I'll get to 25. I'll be doing a BBM probably with, I'll ask Felix what he wants to do, but I don't know if we'll end up doing one of those or a sprint or doing a husky or something like that. I don't know. That I would love one of these two. So what do I want here? So I do feel so I don't actually get JJ McCarthy a ton with Jefferson. I don't think, because he just tends to always go ahead of time. Yeah, so like I've only got 30% of that. So I'm going to pull him up the board, and like my team feels really strong. Like what I was talking about, like I feel really strong at every position now. So I can just pull whatever quarterbacks I want up. Like I might be able to get all three of these quarterbacks now, and the team will feel very good. So the team right now, we pulled JJ McCarthy up 8 spots. That's fine. But JJ McCarthy, and then Amarian Hampton, Alvin Kamara, Tony Pollard. Wide receivers, Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Rashee Rice, Matthew Golden, Jaden Higgins, and then Evan Ingram at tight end. So if I'm taking like either Jordan Love or C.J. Stroud here for sure. Like I do have more correlation in the C.J. Stroud game. So if Love goes, I'm kind of happy. We have like the Colston Loveland pick at 122 is maybe one of my favorite picks on the board now. Justin Herbert was a possible click as well. I don't hate Herbert and then just taking Keenan at 138 on a Amarian Hampton, Jaden Higgins team would actually be pretty fun. Yeah, weekly winners is like 95%. That's why I done one yesterday. Like I've got a couple of them in. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and pull up CJ Stroud. He won't make it back. My quarterback options are limited at this point. So we're just going to do that. It gives us a bring back as well. We do have double by week 6. So we'll add a third at some point. I don't even know if I'm going to worry about stacking it. It'll probably be somebody that I'm allowed to backstack. So yeah. I was pretty bearish on the Keenan Allen stuff, but the more everybody talks about it, like he did have an insane year with him just 2 years ago, right? Like he was one of the best picks on the board that year. Because he had 150 targets, 108 receptions, and 1,500 yards almost with 7 touchdowns. So, like, let's say he gets half of those targets and half of those receptions. 55 receptions and 4 touchdowns isn't great, but like 700 yards, like if it's 700 yards, 6 touchdowns, 60 receptions, that's really good for the 12th round. Like Ladd will definitely, yeah, and it was 13 games. So like I was kind of out on it, but I think I'm a lot more in on it than I thought I was going to be. As you're about to see, I'm going to take him here. He's like the perfect player to supplement the Rashee Rice stuff too. Like supplement the Rashee Rice plus Jaden Higgins and Matthew Golden rookie thing. Like feels very strong. So I know I was like kind of like I was more questioning things. And the more I looked into it and listened to other people, I was like, I'm probably just wrong here. I will say I still don't think it affects QJ. that much. Like, QJ was always going to be the third option. He will still be able to get the breakaway stuff that he got last year. I think it kills KLS and Trey Harris for this season. Yeah, and the ADP ranges are brutal. Yeah, absolutely. So, like, I think Keenan Allen with Justin Herbert has as much upside as Pop Douglas. You know, I think he's definitely a better click than Wan'Dale Robinson. Like, Cedric Tillman might have the upside that you like. If I needed upside here, I would have taken Cedric Tillman, but I kind of just need some floor. Did you see the Stroud snipe I got? Yes, like in the were you watching the Husky that was streamed on 2 different streams last night? The Husky 2, where what was his name? Like, but I had the Higgins, like I had the full Texans thing, and a guy that had like an elite and Mahomes took naked Stroud on me. Right, like it was like I'm gonna find it real quick. I'm gonna remember that guy's name. He's going on a list. Yeah, we'll take Braylon Allen here. Braylon Allen as a third or a fourth in this room feels very good. Different bye week as well. So this was that room. It was Corn Pop, Naked Burrow, Naked Mahomes, and then 12 picks before ADP, Naked CJ Stroud. I had this awesome Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, Breece Hall, Jaden Daniels, like very, very good team there. And I was planning on going with the Keenan Allen bring around there for the bring back. And he just crushed all of my dreams. All of my dreams were absolutely crushed. I had no chance. I did not survive. Brutal. Yeah, I've been smashing A-Rich. Do I think Anthony Richardson's going to lose his job by week 6? The answer is no. I don't think he will lose that job by week 6. Do I want Cam Ward instead, though? You know, I think we'll just do this again and let it pick for me. There we go. We'll randomize it that way. I'm going to start randomizing that way a little bit more now that we're later in the season on things that I'm not positive on. Because it didn't really matter. Like, I think he'll be there week 6. That's what I need him for. Cam Ward, like, gives me the Chig option. Like, I would have just taken Chig at 175 if I got him. I do need a second tight end and probably a third tight end on this team. And that makes so we got a 3-4-6-1. So this is definitely going to be a 3-5-7-3 build. I'm really liking the team so far, though. I wouldn't have had this team if the Who Crew, the entire overflow, was in here, though. This would not be happening. Like, Keenan Allen 138 doesn't feel good. Like, but that's where they're going to rank him. So it feels better to me than Josh Palmer. Feels better to me than Xavier Legette. I think the QJ click is like if QJ falls 5 or 6 spots, I'm still in. I know like Steve and some others think that QJ's dead and Trey Harris is probably maybe okay for later. I think this is fantastic news for KLS and them for Dynasty. I think for Dynasty, it's fantastic news for them. We will just take Hunter Henry here. I only moved JCM up that high because everybody loves him. And I just wanted to be able to see him on my Jaden Daniels teams. I didn't want to forget about him on Jaden Daniels teams, basically. So, but yeah, the team right now, we have a 3-4-6-2. We have J.J. McCarthy, C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson. Running backs, Hampton, Kamara, Pollard, Braylon Allen. Wide receivers, Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Rashee Rice, Matthew Golden, Jaden Higgins, and Keenan Allen. Like, I should be able to survive through 4 weeks. If it's 6 weeks, it's a much taller task. Because if it's 6 weeks, I also have to fight through this bye week and this bye week, right? And the double bye week on week 6. So 6 games, this is bad. We got TJ, then we got Evan Ingram and Hunter Henry. And I will be seeing you fairly soon. Need to head out on this draft. Your phone's ready. Got to get go. All right. Peace. Yeah, I'm having a hard time not just wanting Will Shipley in every draft now. Like, him being completely free feels like cheating, right? And Miles Sanders is also free in every draft. Like, I feel worse about that because we don't know if he's going to have a role, right? But the Miles Sanders, we feel pretty good he's going to have a role. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he's literally free in round 18 every draft. Like, I don't have to worry about taking him here because he's going to be there. I appreciate the support, Bestball on Call. He says, hit the like if you haven't. For who? I kind of messed that up, but that's kind of what he said. We appreciate it. And also, if you're new to the channel, smash a sub for me. I'd appreciate it. My goal is to get to 500 by the start of the year. I don't think we're going to get there. It slowed down quite a bit, but we're getting close to 300. I think we can get 300 by the Felix stream. I think that Felix stream, we can get 300. I do think that next week I'm going to do a 6-hour stream just to try to get the algorithm in, just to try to get some more views, some more subs. Like, I'm going to be doing tons of drafts all the time. So that day that I do that, though, I'm going to try to schedule multiple guests. So we will see how that works out. Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers randomly falls to the last round too now. Yeah, and you look at my RBs here, like, I've been dropping slowly on Jarquez Hunter, but that's just because, like, Will Shipley's free now. Like, and some teams I would rather have Taj Brooks on. Some teams like if there's zero correlation on the team at all, I kind of want Will Shipley. And especially a team like this, like I got Pollard, Kamara, and Hampton. Like, a pure contingent guy is a very good pick with the depth I have at starter, right? So, and Braylon should get, he's going to have some sort of a role. Yeah, it just makes sense down here. I was saying for 2 months, why aren't we just taking Taj Brooks every single draft in the 17th round? If you look at everything, I called out the neck injury. I was like, he had a neck injury last year, and he's not been cleared specifically yet. So, like, what are we like? And then he took the payment decrease. I felt a little weird about it, and it felt pretty locked in that like Zach Moss wasn't awful last year, but he wasn't good. So like and Adonai Mitchell is also free right now. So like that's one reason I've been smashing A Rich is to get more Adonai Mitchell. So the team is now finished. We got JJ McCarthy. We got CJ Stroud. We need Anthony Richardson to keep his job to week 7 or to week 6. We got Hampton, Alvin Kamara, Tony Pollard, Braylon Allen, and Will Shipley. We wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Rashee Rice, Golden, Jaden Higgins, Keenan Allen, and Adonai Mitchell. If Rashee Rice is a 6-game suspension, I don't like this team that much. And then tight ends, Evan Ingram, Hunter Henry, and Arroyo. Feels good. And I've heard this as well. I've heard he's been torching every single defender he goes up against. He absolutely torches everybody. Like the Colts guys, the joint guys, like it doesn't matter. Like, but he could just be Dontavian Wicks. Like, we don't know. Like his open score, I believe, was insanely high last year too. And he was an awesome prospect. And look at this guy out here hating on Quinn Ewers like everybody else, and including me. But thank you, everybody, for popping in. We are done. I will put this right here is if you're not part of Fanspeak Network, go over there, subscribe to Fanspeak Network, and I will be on Bestball Jeopardy, not when that starts, but an hour in. So at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, I will be on Bestball Jeopardy versus PPR Tyler. It should be fun. I'm going to have a good time, even if you don't. I will see some of you over there. Actually, I won't be able to talk to you guys over there because we have to turn the chat off because that way you guys can play along. But I'll see everybody later. I'll be back 4 p.m. tomorrow. Peace.